Yo, what's up everyone? Welcome back to another video. Today we have All Stances Clear, All Existent Void, version 3.3 special program today. Can't wait, waiting right now for the Twitch to live stream. Let's see what 3.3 is gonna bring us. Right now we can see this picture right here. We have the Balladeer. We have, who is this? Oh, that's the Balladeer right here. They put like the grade, like, yeah, he's like falling down. I don't know, wait, there cannot be another arching quest, right? I feel like they say that this was the last arching quest in 3.2. So, you know what, maybe there's gonna be like a story quest, or, yeah, you know what, there could be still like, arching quests, but I don't think they're gonna be anymore. I cannot tell what's gonna happen. Yo, maybe the Balladeer character is coming out? I don't actually I have no. I know that they're leaking a lot of stuff, but I actually haven't been leaked yet what's coming in 3.3, so I have no clue. So yeah, that's actually all mystery for me, so can't wait to see what 3.3 is gonna bring us. Oh yeah, I also have new headset. My headset just broke up, like they don't work anymore. Oh, live streamers right now.
You didn't waste any time as soon as you heard that Inazuma was organizing
there
a
it
test
is.
of courage
All
event,
right.
right? Huh? I know you. Oh,
alright, so the sound is on, everything, so it should be fine.
You're scouting out the place. I've been investigating the area.
But I have
and
new
already figured out
headset.
all the plans for the event. Of course, I can tell you all the details.
And then,
Practically
actually I'm gonna
family.
talk that about later.
I'm
But they're gonna be like
this is the
Primo
Genshin
Gems.
Impact version 3.3 special program. Let's roll the version 3.3 trailer.
Alright, let's see this trailer. Alright, that's like in Inazuma.
Test of courage events tend to give rise to a variety of strange rumors and stories. So please, be sure to exercise caution.
Itako Tori quest maybe? I don't know.
Who goes there?
So, is there really a ghost
Okay,
around
something
here?
about Inazuma.
Why does Paimon have a feeling that it's staring right at us?
Are you talking to me?
Oh, the
Jester,
doctor.
I have completed the task you gave me.
From this day forth, Balladeer and Kabukimono will cease to exist.
Okay.
Did you really think you would be able to see through my plan?
Uh-oh.
Dottore. Dottore. In that case, I'll take some time for myself now.
Oh! Wait, what?
Squall and Fury.
Wait, so he's gonna be a new character. Oh, damn.
You dare to gaze upon me?
But he's not Electro? He's Anemo character? What? Yo, what?
Dare to mess with me?
Faruzan. I thought he wasn't called the Balladeer. He was called something else. Did he become like a nice guy now? And she's also Anemo character, I believe. Okay.
Scaramouche, the mere fact of your utility does not make you indestructible.
Wait, is he like a nice guy now? All Stances Clear, Idle Existent Void. Oh. I think that kind of tells you a lot about it. Yeah, so that was like, okay, right now in the middle, he's like the bad guy, I guess. And around here, he's like a nice Balladeer. I don't know. That's like just like my mind that I'm thinking about. Alright, so this is first redemption code, right? What the hell is this ad? Oh my god. Wait, so Twitch also made that type of ads? Okay, first time seeing that. Wait, can I close this ad? Oh my god. Okay, whatever. Anyway, I don't even know what's coming out. Okay, so we know 2 new characters. Classic. But like, who is he? Like, he's like a mystery to me. And anyway, actually I want to talk about my headset. Like, the thing is, yeah, my old one broke. It's there right over here. Like, it's only working one side. But like other ones broke. Also, it doesn't work anymore
Welcome
wireless.
to the Genshin Impact version 3.3
But yeah,
special
these new
program.
ones,
I'm your host, Sarah
they're
Miller
pretty good.
Cruz, the voice of Lumine in Genshin
They're
Impact.
like lighter.
And today,
I
I'm
think the
joined
sounds
by
pretty much similar.
Max, the one and
But the
only
comfortability is kind of like,
voice of
I
the
don't
one and
know. I
only
need to get used to
Arataki
it.
Ito.
But so
And
far,
I'm
you know
Patrick
what?
Pedraza,
They're pretty
voice
good.
of the
Also, they're
Wanderer.
Bluetooth too,
But
so
up until
that's
now,
gonna be really nice.
Travelers have only known me as Scaramouche, and everyone's been battling me in the game.
Scaramouche.
Yeah, that's true. But to be fair, it's a really cool fight.
It's a really cool fight.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, I'm super excited to have the chance to share some upcoming content with everyone.
Wait, what his
What did
real
you
name
all
is
think
now?
about that trailer?
Okay, so I definitely saw Irminsul in there, and I am really excited to find out more about it.
Yeah, that trailer had everything. It had everything. It had
that trailer
action.
was-
It had drama.
It's a mystery
was
trailer.
lighthearted in places, but it was dramatic.
But it was kind of like too short.
Dude, I'm just
you
super
know?
stoked for everyone to see.
I don't think there's not gonna be
Scaramouche's,
that much in 3.3.
backstory. I'm super excited about it.
Heck yeah.
Well, speaking of that, while following the story's development, Scaramouche is still in Nahida's custody. So
yep.
I bet the question everyone's wanting to know is how he'll become the Wanderer.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh.
There's quite a story behind that.
Okay.
If you're interested, then be sure to play through the Archon Quest interlude chapter, Inversion of Genesis.
Oh.
There's so much to learn in this quest.
So that is actually a new
I hope
Archon
everyone
quest,
checks
interlude
it
chapter.
out.
Oh, come on, man. You can't just leave everyone hanging like that. How about some hints? Come on,
Okay.
please. Please.
All right, all right. How can I say
actually happy to
no
hear
a
that.
cute Chibi-Ito? You can't. Here's a little preview from the quest.
Alright, let's see it. Oh, yo, this is gonna be kind of really interesting quest.
Today talking about an essay.
It's not gonna be better than the last Archon quest, but we're just gonna learn a lot more about everything.
Sounded like lots of Tatarasuna's history is still unexplained, and most of the information we have now is just from people filling the gaps with their imagination.
Bro, the Balladeer is such a badass.
Well,
Oh my
you're
god.
just right about one thing. Tatarasuna was sabotaged.
Pretty rad.
You know what? We're gonna learn more
why are you
about
talking
when
about
we do the
Tatarasuna?
Archon quest.
I guess we'll have to see. It is interesting, though, to see the Traveler, Nahida, and Scaramouche all together so peacefully like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in this interlude chapter, Nahida will task the Traveler and Paimon with keeping an eye on Scaramouche while we go with him into Irminsul in search of some information.
Okay.
Oh, interesting. So obviously Nahida must have some reason for deciding to keep Scaramouche around.
Oh, yeah, totally. And I'm liking Scaramouche's
Okay, you know what?
new
Nahida wanna like
style.
heal him,
Ooh,
right?
dude's looking
I don't think
sharp.
Nahida's that person, man.
Always. No. Right. And
Imagine
at this
Nahida
point,
killing
he's known by a completely
someone.
different name.
I cannot see that.
Wanderer. I love that name.
Okay, so I know I'm not the only one who's curious about what happened. I mean, it looks like he's really changed a lot.
Yeah, for sure. But I'm afraid that's all we can show for now. Travelers will have to experience the story for themselves in-game. I mean, it's better to explore the storyline without too many spoilers, right?
True, true.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Okay, we'll leave the rest for travelers to discover themselves. But the Wanderer is also going to be a new playable character in
Ewan's
version 3.3.
attributes.
So
Wait, his
let's
name
talk
is
about
Wanderer?
that. I'm sure many of our viewers are curious about his talents.
Heck yeah, sure thing. Let's have a look at the Wanderer in combat.
Wait, his actual name is Wanderer? Wait, what?
There's no need to exchange
Wait,
pleasantries.
what? No way.
It's rather pathetic to force a conversation just to occupy silence. The wind rises.
Dude, why is... you know what I'm imagining right now? He's like Sasuke, man, from Naruto.
Your head.
Why it give me a similarity to what? Sasuke and Wanderer? Now something familiar?
All right, Patrick,
Dude.
you're up. Help introduce the Wanderer for us.
Sure thing. The Wanderer is a catalyst
Yo, I cannot
user
see
and has
now
an animal
Sasuke.
vision,
Dude.
so he uses wind blades
What the
to
hell?
perform ranged normal attacks.
Wait a second, wind blades?
Not the same as the Traveler's
That's sick.
wind blade, though.
Okay.
So, as everyone probably already noticed, the Wanderer can hover in the air when he casts his elemental skill. Upon using
What?
his elemental skill, he will first deal AoE damage before leaping into the air and entering a hovering state. So, while hovering, the Wanderer's normal and charge attacks will be converted into Kugo, Fushudan, and Kugu Tofukai, respectively. The
Okay,
damage
that's sick.
they deal and their AoE will be increased. Their damage will be considered
He's
normal
actually
and charge
flying.
attack damage, respectively. Also, Kugutofukai will not consume stamina, and he can remain hovering for a certain duration.
That's so awesome! He can fly!
I know, right?
That's crazy.
But he can't stay hovering forever. While hovering, the Wanderer constantly consumes Kuguryoku points to maintain his hovering state, which is the blue meter you see on the screen. Even if he doesn't move or attack, hovering will still consume Kuguryoku points.
Okay.
So this mechanic works a little differently than our typical stamina meter. There are many possible actions the Wanderer can perform while hovering in the air, which all rely on Kuguryoku points rather than stamina. So, for example, sprinting mid-air will consume additional Kuguryoku points to accelerate mid-air, and holding the sprint button will cause persistent point consumption to maintain speed. So this effect will replace his default
I like
sprint.
to hear that.
Jumping
Like something
spends extra
different.
Kuguryoku points to increase hovering height. Holding jump will cause persistent Kuguryoku point consumption to keep increasing hovering height. Of course, running out of points will end his hovering state.
Oh, okay. So travelers will need to plan their actions while hovering.
Exactly. So with his talent, Jade Claim Flower, when casting his elemental skill, if it contacts Hydro, Pyro, Cryo, or Electro, that instance of the skill will receive a corresponding buff effect depending on which element was contacted.
Okay.
So for example, increasing his Kuguryoku points cap, attack, crit rate, or restoring a set amount of energy upon hitting opponents with a normal or charged attack. The Wanderer can have up to 2 different kinds of these buffs simultaneously.
Dude, I don't even know what he said.
Oh, look, check that out. Part of the halo behind him changes color depending on the buffs you get. So travelers will be able to easily understand what effects the Wanderer currently has.
I like that. It's helpful and still looks really cool.
Okay.
So after unlocking another talent, Gales of Reverie, when the
I
Wanderer
see
is in
that.
a hovering state, if his normal or charged attack hits an enemy, there is a set chance to gain another buff effect, allowing him to sprint midair without consuming Kuguryoku
Ooh.
points. Additionally, this buff effect will fire wind arrows to attack the enemy.
That's sick.
Dope. I'm sure extra buff effects like that will go a long way
Okay.
for players when they're in combat.
Yeah, for sure.
I like that.
And if you've noticed, there is a colorful aura of light around his
Actually,
body
I would love to
indicate when that buff effect is triggered.
Open him, like, I would love to get him.
Cool. I love
But
all
I
the
already
detail
spent
they
all
put into
Primo
the
Gem, so it's
Wanderer.
gonna be...
All right, this brings us to the Wanderer's
man.
elemental burst.
Ooh, let's see.
So, check this out.
What?
Upon unleashing his burst, he compresses the atmosphere and stomps it down toward the enemy. So, travelers should
Okay.
note that if the Wanderer is in a hovering state when he unleashes his burst, then the hovering state will end and he
Dude,
will begin
what?
descending after the burst is completed.
Okay, this stomping animation is a little aggressive.
That's sick.
cool.
I know, and it actually suits his character.
Yeah, I can't help but agree.
Wait. Let's not
Dude,
forget
that's
about the
kinda crazy, dude.
exploration talent.
Ah, yes.
Bro,
This
he's like stepping
is
like
an
an
interesting
ant.
one. The Wanderer can decrease the Mora required when ascending bows and catalysts.
Hey now, you can
Wait,
never
what?
complain about saving Mora.
Oh,
am I
okay.
right?
Okay, that's true. All right, now that we've seen the Wanderer, let's move on to the next new character. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Or is the next one
Yay.
like 5? I think it's a 4-star character.
What did you say? Oh, I'm old now, so every other phrase escapes my ears.
Okay, Wanderer is
Try
gonna
calling me
be sick.
Madam Faruzan. Then I'll see if I can pick that up. What is it that you would like to learn more about? Different forms of pressure-based puzzle mechanisms? The base layer design of elemental monuments? Wait.
Or she's like a puzzle
Did you
girl.
forget to call me Madam Faruzan just now when you asked your question? Whoa. What?
Okay, can you
There's
show
nothing
me?
wrong with being afraid of thunder, even at an
Show
older
me
age.
what she can do.
Oh, she sounds sassy.
Faruzan.
And smart, too.
She seems so awesome.
She's
A
fun.
researcher from 100 years
I wonder
ago.
what her skirt's
Okay.
made
I know, her design is so cool and really detailed. I love it.
So even though she looks super young, she's actually an old person? Like, where's my teeth?
well,
Okay,
she's not
we can
that
same
old.
same.
Alright.
Okay, yo. We can
Faruzan's
say
age is
same
probably
as
still nothing
Nakida,
compared to
man.
Scaramouche.
But let's call him the Wanderer, Sarah. Please.
Okay, you know who I meant. Actually, now that I think about
Oh,
it, yokai
okay.
can also live a really long time
I
too.
wanna know, is she
That's right.
5
yeah,
star
no,
or
and
4
speaking
star?
of age, isn't the traveler's age
Also
also
her
kind of mysterious?
abilities? And bro,
That's
what the
true.
hell did that
It looks
add?
like all of our characters are intriguing.
Dude, is there like a
But
way
it's
to
safe
remove
say
these?
that Faruzan is way older
Man,
than most
that's
people in
actually
Tibet.
triggering.
Faruzan works in the Academia's Haravatat
That's
Darshan
actually
and has been a
triggering, man.
Hermod, which roughly means mentor, for over a
Yeah,
century.
well, Gato,
So I bet everyone out
you
there is
should pay me,
wondering if she's
man.
also some kind of
God
creature
damn it.
blessed with long life, you know? Like Klee?
No, she's actually just your regular, typical human being.
Oh.
Well, maybe not so typical. About 100 years ago, Faruzan was an undisputed genius, traveling all around Sumeru and solving many puzzles and mysteries. The notes she left behind eventually became the basis of mechanical research for later generations.
Whoa, she sounds pretty amazing.
Okay.
But later, she accidentally stumbled into some ruins while trying to solve a puzzle. There, she encountered some strange phenomenon which stopped her from aging and was trapped there for
Oh.
nearly 100 years. She
Interesting.
eventually solved the puzzle and was able to finally return to Sumeru.
Stop
Can
the
you
age,
imagine being
man.
trapped in a puzzle for 100 years? Wait. So that's how she's been hairbod for over a century.
Yeah. And even now, she still has the pride of a scholar in her heart and is a very talented person. It's just that after being separated from the world for so long, she's kind of fallen
Okay,
behind the times
move on.
now.
Oh, hey, I get
I
what
mean,
you
it's
mean.
interesting to learn
She
more about
was
her,
once a
but,
proud
like,
researcher in
just,
a niche
like,
field
don't
that
take
has become unpopular
half of
after 100 years.
that, you know?
So
'Cause that's
is
not
she
the
still
most
completely
important
dedicated to her
part.
field?
Yep.
This is kinda like
and
the
she
side
often tries
part.
using her old age as a means of drumming up support for her ideas. However, I think she'd prefer to be complained about for using her seniority rather than garnering sympathy for her experience of being trapped in the ruins.
Yeah, sounds like she's quite the character.
I know, right? Okay, so now that we've covered her backstory, why don't we take a look at Faruzan's abilities in combat?
Finally.
Fight.
Alright, let's see. So she's anime character, I think.
Yet there hasn't been any change to those dumb rules at the academia.
Alright, she's a bow user. Yeah, anime. Okay.
Fun with his gift.
The heck? Okay.
I love all the geometric
I don't know what
shapes when
happened.
she's playing. Did you guys
What
see
was that
that?
words?
Yes, there's so much
It looks so
geometry.
useless.
And I took geometry.
It looks so cool.
Ah, yeah.
So Faruzan is an animo character, and she wields a bow as her weapon.
Okay.
Her normal attacks are the usual bow attacks you'd expect from a bow user, so there's not too much to say about that.
Okay.
But her skills are where things get interesting. Her elemental skill deploys a
Ooh.
polyhedron that deals damage to enemies. After using her skill, her next aimed shot will become a special attack
That's
that creates
sick.
a vortex, pulling nearby objects and opponents in.
Oh, nice.
I like that.
So she can clump enemies together.
And there's also another thing about her special charged attack. It will create a vortex effect at its point of impact. And if the attack hits an enemy or ally member, it'll apply a mark and create a vortex after a short delay.
Okay. So it looks like there will be a
Interesting.
lot of potential uses for this attack. Travelers will have to experiment with it and see what they come up with.
Yeah, I think it'd be amazing to try hitting teammates with the arrow in co-op mode and have them charge into the enemies to group them all together. I'll have to see who wants to try that with me. After unlocking the talent Impetuous Flow, the time required for fully charging Faruzan's next shot will be reduced, and the arrow will reduce the target enemy's animo resistance.
Okay.
In her elemental burst,
Let's see that.
she deploys a dazzling polyhedron and releases a whirlwind pulse.
Okay.
Throughout its duration, the dazzling polyhedron will continuously move along a triangular path. Once it reaches each corner of that triangular path, it will unleash one more whirlwind pulse.
Yeah, 1 minute
What?
she's here, the next she's polygon for 100 years.
What?
Bada boom!
I don't understand.
Those jokes are funnier than that.
I actually don't understand this that
Alright.
ability.
Anyway, let's hear what effects these whirlwind pulses have.
Sure. When the whirlwind pulse hits opponents, it will decrease their animo resistance.
Okay.
It will also apply an animo damage buff effect to
Ooh.
all nearby party members when it's unleashed. Travelers should note that the effective range of this buff is quite large, and it's not just within the whirlwind pulse itself, so there's no need to go chasing the polyhedron. After unlocking her talent, Lost Wisdom of the Seven Caverns, when a team member uses normal, charged, or plunging attacks, elemental skills, or elemental bursts to deal animo damage to an enemy, the damage will increase based on Faruzan's base attack. This
Wanderer
effect can
and
only
her.
be triggered once for a certain duration of time.
I think that combo is gonna be really good.
Totally.
we
And as
just
a
do the
researcher
Wanderer
of
burst.
mechanics and puzzles,
It means
Faruzan
like
has taken it upon
animo
herself to
decrease
explore
defense,
many ruins,
plus
with
that
her travels
boost
taking her
tech.
all across Sumeru. Her exploration talent reflects this, and she gains more rewards when dispatched on a Sumeru expedition.
I think
for 20
Wanderer
hours.
burst will be
no other
such a
mentor
huge
Herodotus
damage.
has 100
We don't
years
know
of
yet how
experience in
strong that
solving puzzles.
element burst is for Wanderer,
Hard to beat.
but as how it looks like, I think it's gonna be really strong.
To get these new characters.
That is a good question. Let's talk about the upcoming event wishes. In the early part of version 3.3, the Wanderer and Arataki Ito will be available
Wanderer,
via their own
Arataki
event wishes.
Ito.
Faruzan will also
And
be making
okay,
her
Faruzan is
debut in these
Portar.
event wishes.
Okay.
In the later part of version 3.3,
Raiden
you'll be
Shogun,
seeing
Kamisato
rerun event
Yato,
wishes for both the
both
Raiden
great
Shogun and
characters.
Kamisato
I have
Yato.
both them.
And last but not least, the new 5-star catalyst, Tule Tula's Remembrance, will be appearing in a new
Alright.
weapon event wish.
And that's not all.
So that's
In
for
version
Wanderer
3.3,
weapon.
two brand new artifact series will become available.
Two new?
So travelers should be sure to check out the corresponding domain.
Woo! More artifacts!
Alright.
I hope travelers will have
Animo
fun
damage
experimenting
bonus.
and
Increase
trying new
element mastery.
combinations
When
with
charge
these.
attack hit opponent, the equipment charge normal attack speed will
We've
increase by
already talked about a
10%.
ton of new content, so why don't we take a quick break with another redemption code?
Ooh.
Sounds good. Roll
Okay.
out the code.
Woohoo!
Okay, yo, the first one looks pretty good, man. I didn't check what the second artifacts does set. Okay, element stat increase, which I'm not really interesting. I don't know what if you have a stat. Alright, so the second redemption code is right here. But yeah, okay. Yeah, pretty interesting. Definitely Wanderer. As the Animo, like, first of all, Animo is like not really like the main DPS damage. But maybe Wanderer can change that. And also, what the hell is this music? Alright, let's see what... Oh yeah, now probably it's gonna be... Then we're gonna talk about the new events.
Welcome back to the
Alright.
version 3.3 special program.
Ooh, new weapon.
Okay, Patrick, what do we have next?
Akitsu
So next, we'll be
Kimodameshi.
covering the upcoming events for the new version.
That's right. We've already mentioned the test of courage.
What the
event,
hell is that
and I'm sure
umbrella
plenty you were
sword?
wondering about that.
Kinda
so
looks sick.
start there.
Not gonna lie.
Aha! You must be here to participate in the test of courage. I can
Test of
already
courage?
see a dark aura surrounding the two of you. If you carelessly go running into the event, all it'll take is one little misstep, and the darkness will swallow you up.
Damn.
Some strange and unusual things may occur along the way. If you ever feel you can't handle it, you may withdraw from the event at any time. This is your last chance.
Getting Super
I'll count
Saiyan.
it down.
Let's go.
3, 2, 1. Welcome to the test of courage. Enter at your own risk.
That was pretty interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it is a test of courage, so I'm sure there'll be some scary stuff going on there.
I ain't
Oh, I
scared.
see what they did.
Anyway,
You know, Artakito is actually
clear this event. We'll be facing a series of
Yo,
little
he's really
tasks.
scared.
Ooh, what's this? Tests, you say?
Yes, that's right. Word has it that if you walk around the test of courage, you might find yourself encountering a special sort of game. We've already got the rules down, so I'll do a quick introduction. Basically, travelers will have to
Ooh.
control a bouncing bar to bounce a ball and use skill ball effects to break as many bricks as possible.
Yo, that's sick.
I'm liking this one. Seems pretty straightforward.
During the game,
Wait, I like that.
travelers will be able to trigger elemental reactions to break bricks more effectively.
Nice! It even has elemental reactions.
Yeah, we can control the character to move the bar. When the character we're using is either Pyro, Hydro, Cryo, or Electro, the corresponding element will be applied to the bar. By switching characters, you can change the element of the bar.
Okay, all the pieces are falling in place now. The bar can infuse a certain element, and the block blocks also have their own
Okay,
elements.
actually,
so
I like
causing
this.
a skill ball of one element
like this minigame.
to hit blocks of different elements will trigger
This is gonna be
elemental
good one.
reactions. There, how'd I do?
Yep, you nailed it. The bar will add the element corresponding to your character. Besides triggering reactions the way you just mentioned, if a skill ball is already infused by an element and it hits the bar, it will also trigger a reaction, causing the skill ball to have some additional effects. When preparing your team, you can equip modifiers to receive various buff effects, which will help you successfully clear the challenge.
Oh, nice.
Also, when there are less than a certain amount of bricks on the board, and the ball lands another hit, the bar will unleash fireworks.
Whoa, cool.
Yeah. Travelers can utilize this effect to break some bricks that would normally be difficult to hit directly.
It's like a bonus attack.
Oh,
Yeah.
sweet.
So,
No, they
will
need to add that. Otherwise, there will be some
equip the appropriate
players
modifiers,
who
and
were
use
just like
different
suffering
elemental
from this
reactions
event.
to break bricks and score more points.
Bro,
And then
they were
travelers will be
playing
able to
like
use their points
30
to
minutes
exchange
just
for
to finish
rewards in
one.
the event shop, correct?
That's right. Also, travelers will have the option of teaming up and playing the event together in
Ooh.
co-op mode.
Oh, looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah, super
Wait,
fun.
teaming?
Yeah, in addition to this
Wouldn't that be
minigame,
like-
the Test of Courage storyline
Wait,
will also
I
contain
don't
more
see that.
challenges.
Is that
Travelers
cheating?
will even have a chance
You
to
can just,
meet
like,
with
block
some good
everything.
friends again, so be sure to check out this new event. All right, let's move on to our next event.
Wait, is that the
So
only
next
minigame
up,
in
We
this?
have a race event called
Okay.
Across the Wilderness. Your
Across the
objective,
Wilderness.
collecting balloons.
Ooh,
I don't know. Seems like the Wanderer's abilities might come in real handy here.
I know, right?
So, in this event, each stage will have wilderness balloons scattered all around. Travelers will need to find as many wilderness balloons as possible within the time limit to earn increasingly better rewards. So during the challenge, travelers will be able to utilize their character's skills and talents.
Yeah, this is gonna be a fun
it'll
one.
be important to assemble the right team depending on the traits and terrain of the challenge area.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so travelers can also use something called the Wilderness Compass to obtain various buffs, which include enhanced jumping capability, increased movement speed,
Okay.
or unlimited stamina, etc.
Ooh.
However, you can only claim one buff during each challenge.
Okay.
You must consume blessed
Man, I
energy
wanna
to
see
use the compass
something
and gain the selected buff.
When you like
You may
finish
charge the
something
compass up
and
by
like
finding
all
wilderness
your
balloons
characters get like a
or
buff.
interacting with
Apparently,
blessed energy
you know,
in the
just
challenge.
like extra
Or
one
you
at
can
plus
always
attack
wait
or
for the
something.
compass to passively charge over time.
Yo, this event looks pretty crazy. It's almost like watching parkour.
Yeah,
That's
there
the
are
thing.
two different kinds of wilderness balloons in these
I
challenges.
love parkour, man.
The first is harvest balloons.
Like,
which
if they
will
do
increase
some
the overall
parkour stuff,
progress of your search for
I would love
wilderness
to do
balloons.
them.
The other kind is sonar
It's just
balloons,
kinda fun
which will
challenge.
cause several harvest balloons to appear around you for a set amount of time.
That's awesome.
So there will be 5 stages available for this event, and
Okay.
travelers will need to consider the conditions and terrain of each stage to come up with the best way to complete it.
All right.
Also, travelers may team up in co-op mode for challenges.
Ooh, more chances
Okay.
to play together. I love it.
Yeah, same. Okay, let's move on to our next event.
Everyone's favorite game of hide and seek is
Wind
back
Trace.
with the Wind Trace event.
Oh.
And of course, this is
Oh,
going
yes.
to be another co-op event, and I for one am super excited for it.
Cool. There's nothing like a good
Did it change
co-op.
anything?
Many of you might already be familiar with this event by now, but there have been changes. Let me introduce what
let's
travelers
see.
can expect to see this time around.
I think they need to do some
You
changes
can probably skip
because
some of the basics this time.
sometimes
You know,
it's too
players
easy.
either hide or seek. And then
Okay, wait a second. There actually might be some new travelers out there who've never seen this event before. So why don't you start with some of the basics?
Right, good point. Okay, let's start at the beginning then. This is a game with a long history in Mondstadt. Travelers will be split into 2 different sides, the rebels and the hunter. You will need to use skills
Wait,
and
there's two
master the
hunters
art
now?
of hiding or chasing down others to win this event. The goal of the hunter is to capture all the rebels, while the rebels run or use other means to keep themselves from getting caught by the hunter.
Okay, that's straightforward enough. So what else you got for us?
Well, some travelers may remember playing as the rebels and getting caught early in the game. Once that would happen, all you could do was spectate and watch the rest as the others continue playing. But this time around, once you're caught, you'll still be able to participate in the match even in observer mode.
Ooh,
Wait, what is that? What?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Once you're in observer mode, you can't be seen by other players and will receive the illusory beacon skill. This skill will allow you to place a random beacon to confuse the hunter. If the beacon successfully tricks the hunter and is destroyed, then the hunter will suffer an obscured vision effect.
Yes.
So even after he's been captured, you can be like a little ghost trying to help your teammates by disrupting the hunter.
That's sick.
That's pretty fun.
Okay.
And at least you won't have to sit there
I think
and
they did
just
it.
watch the rest of the match
Because
anymore.
like as a hunter, it was too easy.
The hunter get this time? I mean, we gotta keep it fair.
No.
Some new windward arts have been added for both the hunter and the rebels. The hunter will now be able to use the hunter's net. This net can be thrown and will remove any rebel disguises within its range, and will notify the hunter that a rebel was detected. If a beacon is caught in the net, it will be destroyed, and the hunter will not suffer from obscured vision.
Nice. So I guess if you love playing hunter, you'll probably love this.
Oh yeah, you definitely should. The skill rebels used in previous versions of the game to place beacons can now only be used by players in observer mode. However, the rebels will be able to use an all-new concealing beacon skill. This skill will allow you to deploy a beacon for a set duration and remain invisible while you're around that beacon. All players, including your rebel teammates, will be unable to see you while you're invisible. If the concealing beacon is destroyed by the hunter, then the hunter will have their vision obscured for a short time. Sounds pretty fun, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I think it's actually a better one.
Captured by the hunter at the start of the game, you'll still be able to participate.
I think for the hunter it's just more challenging, which I like it.
Primo gems and other rewards.
All right, win trades. They actually like the changes.
Oh, that's awesome. Seriously, I can't wait to play with friends. Okay, our next event is a combat-based event.
Time for some combat!
Whoop, whoop.
Something
in a
new?
forbidden place warded by dust and sand, mysterious foes
we already got
assembled
Misty
lines of
Dungeon, Ram
fortifications
Sand.
to stop your coming.
Actually, wait, is this something different?
That's right, a new edition of Misty Dungeon will arrive in version 3.3. Stoked. Sweet. But this time around, there will be a total of 7 trials with different themes awaiting you in the Misty Dungeon. Each has a different leyline disorder, and travelers will have to adjust their teams according to the disorder's effects and the distribution of enemies. There will also be trial characters for you to select from as well. After entering the domain, travelers will need to go and complete 3 challenges to collect ancient runes. After collecting power from 3 ancient runes, we can power up the control array and proceed to the final challenge. Also, throughout the trial,
they changed a little bit.
Mechanisms and challenges will
but
appear.
like, I think it's the same point.
Choose to interact with these to increase the leyline effects or revive and heal your team.
You know, if it were up to me, I'd say just go for all the challenges.
I know, but travelers should keep in mind that the challenge objective for each trial might be different, so be sure to check the objective and aim for that while proceeding. In terms of rewards, travelers can look forward to winning Primo Gems and other various prizes. Yes!
Ooh, I like prizes.
And last but not least, version 3.3 will also have leyline overflow events.
I knew it.
Travelers can look forward to saving their resin and earning more Mora and experience books.
The only point of doing that is to get more adventure and experience. That's the only reason why I did this.
If you don't need those resources now, it's always good to stock up and have more on hand. Am I right?
Yeah. So
that's the only reason why.
Looking to upgrade their characters won't want to miss this.
Yeah, I mean, this is all
good
stuff.
But if like adventure rank max, like I am,
limited time events, version 3.3 will
I don't need to do that anymore.
new permanent game mode
I don't need any more. Like I have too much
TCG.
more than everything.
Invokation TCG.
But before we get into that,
permanent,
let's take
wait,
another
permanent
quick break
gameplay
and
mode?
enjoy our redemption code. Yay!
Genius Invocation. Okay. And the last redemption code is right here. Oh, what's in this? Permanent new, like what? Oh wait, I think I heard about this. They're like adding like the card game. Oh no, wait. I think they I'm not a card guy. Yo, I'm not a card guy. Like the games where you're using like cards or something, it's like similar. I'm definitely like not that. Like when we talking about the games, like if we do talking about it in real life, yes, I like them. But just the game is just kind of like, I don't know, not for me. But you know what? At least, you know, keep adding new stuff. You know, keep like refreshing. That's what I like. Wait, are they gonna talk about this right now? Because I feel like they don't. Yeah, that's it. That's everything.
Welcome back, everyone.
So they're gonna talk about
During
this,
our
right?
journey into that, we've stumbled across several NPCs talking about a game called Genius Invocation TCG.
All right.
So next, we'll
I wanna see
introduce
this.
this card game that's been taken to that.
Yeah, it's a card game.
In version 3.1 Special Program, we already feel that
Yeah, they did talk about this.
TCG will be a card game where we can challenge various characters and NPCs.
Yeah, I remember
or
that.
battle against your friends. But there is actually a legend behind this game. It is said that a young guy in Sumeru found an ancient casket of tomes in the attic. He opened it and discovered that the soul of an ancient TCG player called the Crocodile King had been captured inside.
What a name.
It turns out that the Crocodile King was King Deshret's viceroy, who battled an opponent named the Ibis King. During the match, the Crocodile King fell prey to his opponent's scheme.
Dude, I don't know.
Sealed
Wait, did they show
away
the
in the
gameplay
casket
last
of
time?
tomes.
No, I know they talk about that they're gonna release this
After
gameplay
being
mode,
unexpectedly released by the kid, the Crocodile King possesses
but
him
I'm not sure
and
how it
helps
works.
him to gradually climb the ranks to
And of course,
becoming a
another ad.
legendary
Thank you,
TCG
Arigato.
player.
I really appreciate that.
Nice. Hang on, is it just me, or does that kind of sound like the plot to a light novel or something?
You're right. It turns out that Yai Publishing House is about to release a hit light novel series based on Genius Invocation TCG.
Okay, now this is starting to sound like a plug for Yai Publishing House.
Maybe. But anyway, that's the legend on how Genius Invocation TCG came to be. Though it's probably just a story they came up with for marketing the game.
So while you were telling us about the story, I was over here researching rules to the game. Basically, Genius Invocation TCG is a game where you use a constructed deck of cards to duel against an opponent. The objective is to defeat all of your opponent's character cards.
Yeah, oh yeah, they
Also,
did show
there are many
something.
features
Yeah,
and
I remember
mechanics in the
now.
game that resonate with Genshin Impact's gameplay, so it shouldn't be too hard
Actually, I
for
think this
players
one's
to get the hang
pretty
of.
fine.
Right,
Like,
I
I'm
even
not
saw
really a
some
fan of
elemental
this.
reactions in the gameplay.
Yup, a constructed deck must contain character cards. And as you might expect, these character cards have a normal attack,
Yeah, I'm not
elemental
really a
skill,
fan of it.
and an
I
elemental
will
burst.
still give it a try.
So when a character card
But
deals
I'm definitely,
elemental
like,
damage
not
to an
that
enemy,
huge fan.
it will cause them to be affected by that element. Then you can switch to a character card of a different element and use their abilities to trigger an elemental reaction.
Wait, did you guys notice that there are even monster character cards? Can we even make a deck of, like, just the monsters from the game?
You're really getting into this, Max.
Heck yeah, I am! I like card games!
Who doesn't?
I don't.
So in Genius Invocation TCG,
I'm definitely
all
not the only
actions
one.
require
Come
you
on.
to spend elemental dice. Each round, both you and your opponent will roll 8 elemental dice. Each of these elemental dice can have any one of 8 elemental attributes.
Oh, okay.
But there's only 7 elements in the world of Tavad.
You're right. So in addition to the 7 standard elements, there's also one called the Omni element. The elemental dice required for a character card to perform an action correspond to the character's element. So for example, a Pyro character like D-Luke needs either Pyro or Omni elemental dice to perform an action. Clear now?
Okay.
Yep, crystal clear.
Also, elemental dice can be used to switch characters or play a variety of other cards, such as equipment cards, event cards, and support cards. All these cards create the potential for a variety of strategies.
Right. While playing Genius Invocation TCG, travelers can earn player experience, which will increase your player level. As your level increases,
Alright.
you'll be able to challenge more characters and
Oh,
NPCs.
new player
By
level?
completing challenges, you may earn lucky coins, new cards, or other rewards. Lucky coins can be exchanged in the event shop for cards,
Oh.
or can even
Wait.
unlock dynamic skins for certain cards.
Dynamic skins?
Skins,
Those are cards
okay.
that have moving illustrations, right?
But I was
That's
thinking,
right.
man, they need to
All
do
character
something
cards
that
can
you get, like a
unlock
new
dynamic
character.
skin. After unlocking
Not
that,
just, like,
there'll
spending
even be
for
a cool bonus
card.
animation whenever you cast that character's
But I like
elemental
that.
burst.
Cool.
Skins,
And if you're confident in
animation,
your
I know
TCG
that.
skills, you can also invite a friend to duel. After reaching a high enough player level, you'll even unlock a matchmaking mode.
Alright.
So be sure to give it a try.
Travelers should note Playing against your friends or other travelers won't count towards any leaderboards or provide any rewards.
Ooh, wait,
So you can
leaderboards?
relax. It's all just for fun.
Okay, you know what? There are gonna be definitely people just playing this
that's
all day.
everything we have
I
for
can already
Genius
see that.
Invocation
Good.
TCG, and that brings us to the end of today's special program.
Aw.
So, what did you think?
Why does it have to
You know
be
what? I
over?
think
There's so much that
the
this
only
version has to
reason
offer.
why we
I
will
can't
play
even take it all
cards
in right now. I'm just
is to be number
super
one player.
stoked to
That's
be
it.
part of this.
That's it,
I
man.
think I just gained some Kugaryoku points
Alright,
just doing this
so
whole
that's
thing.
what
So
everything special program. We didn't got a lot of stuff, but they were actually Arching Quest,
I know. What about
new
Scaramouche
card.
hovering?
new 2 characters,
that's
I
so
know, that's
Wanderer,
awesome.
That's super
man,
dope.
actually
That's
sick.
awesome, and I cannot wait
And also
to play
new
in some of these events and mini games.
gameplay.
I'm super excited.
Alright, so yeah, that's pretty much it, right? So yeah, that's actually was all it. Man, Wanderer is looking sick, man. I love that. But yeah, that was Special Program 3.3. Pretty interesting. I hope you enjoy it. If you enjoy it, be sure to subscribe and like it. And I also comment down below what was your favorite part from Special Program 3.3. Mine was definitely Wanderer. And then I would say Arching Quest. After that, not sure. I wonder if there's, yeah. When is it gonna be like new big region? Like when they're gonna release even more map? Because I feel like Sumer still got something. I feel like Sumer is still gonna get bigger, right? Maybe I'm wrong, man. I don't know. Anyway, yeah. Thank you everyone for watching. Hope you enjoy it. And yeah, see you next time. Peace out.